Okay, so I'm going to try and give us a bit of a longer shavasana at the end today. So make sure you've got like warm socks or a jumper or a blanket, something around you, so that when you're lying down you don't get too chilly. Let's just take a moment. Bring ourselves into this space, into this class, into this beautiful, amazing morning. So I invite you to just find a seated meditation and close your eyes. And then really start to bring your awareness into your physical body. And so this is where we start to notice things or bring our attention to, say, our seat bones pressed against the floor, the mat. And then we're going to mindfully find more length in the spine. So reach the crown of the head upwards towards the sky. And let your awareness come to your breathing. No need to change it. Just notice it. Although as you observe it, you'll probably start to slow down and lengthen. And just check the shoulders. Make sure you're not kind of inadvertently holding the shoulders up towards the ears. In fact, maybe take the shoulder right to the ears and then let them just drop. And let your exhales be longer than your inhales. And then just bring your awareness to all the sounds you can hear. It's like you're extending your sense of hearing out, widening it. Seeing if you can hear maybe the clock ticking in this room I'm in. Or the birds chirping outside. Maybe there's a bit of traffic. So we're just going to, you don't need to open your eyes yet, unless you particularly want to. Just let your right ear fall to your right shoulder. And then you might bring your left arm out to the side. Increase that stretch. And you might take your right arm and just rest it on top of your head. And then take that right arm off your head and bring the palm to your cheek and just press your head back into place and release your left arm. And then let your left ear drop to your left shoulder. Then your right arm comes out to the side and your left arm rests on your head. And then release the left arm on the head, bring the palm to the face and bring the head back up to straight. Bring that hands to the knees. Take an inhale and open the eyes and reach the chest forward. And exhale, calming back into a C shape. And this time we're going to cross our hands, so it doesn't matter which way, we'll do it both ways. This time come through and again inhale and open the chest. And exhale. Go into a C shape. One more this way, so inhale, coming forward. And exhale. And then come back to center and just cross your arms the other way. And then inhale, open up, and exhale. And inhaling, and exhaling. So coming back up to straight, release your hands and take your right arm overhead and reach it over. Draw it back a little bit, look to the ceiling. And reach again, pressing your right hand back into the ground. And then take an inhale, take both arms up. Reach up and then exhale. Take the left arm overhead. Draw the top part up, the shoulder back, and look to the sky. Reach again, pressing your left hip back into the mat. And then take an inhale. Reach up and come on down. Forward fold. Release yourself wherever you find yourself. Not being too concerned about how far forward you're folding or not folding. As long as you can get that sense of release, as long as you can feel some muscles gently stretching into the lower spine. Just see if you can get your upper body to melt a little bit. Every exhale, just release a little bit more. Release the head. And we're just going to walk the hands back to push ourselves back up to seated. And then we have to do that on the other side. So we're going to cross our legs the other way. And if this is ever uncomfortable to forward fold like this, put an extra blanket or something under the ankles or roll the mat up and take your arms up. And exhale, forward fold. And again, just try and release. You'll feel a little bit awkward. You're not so used to side. Just check the head. Chances are you're holding it again without realising. Breathe into it and let yourself just tumble forward, tumble over your legs. And then pushing back up. And let's take our spine the other way. Just bring the hands behind you and open the chest to the ceiling. And then coming back to centre. And rolling over into your tabletop. Let's take a couple of cat cows here. You guys are very familiar with cat cows, so just take them in your own time. Inhale into your cow. And then when you're ready, exhale into your cat. And just take as many of these you want to take at this time. In your own time, I should say. Really starting to mobilise the spine. Starting to get the vertebrae woken up. Okay, and then come into your final cat. And then find yourself back to a neutral tabletop. We're going to slide the right leg away. And then open into our little modified side plank. And then the foot either stays balanced on the ground or you can lift it up. Okay, and now we're going to bring that knee in. Take hold, this is an optional, isn't it? Bring of the big toe with your peace fingers. And then extend the leg forward. That's it. Head height. And now this right foot is just going to land in a bit of a gate post and lift up. Okay. And now your right hand's just going to slide down the right leg and your left arm just going to come over into a little side bend here. And then we'll take it the other way. So now this left hand's going to come down to the ground and the right arm's going to come over. And then back up. Come back to a neutral tabletop with the leg out. And then just draw it back. We're going to take it all the way around to the other side of the left foot. And then take a little look at it. So you've got a little, you're looking at your right foot on the left-hand side. And then release it. Come back to centre. Let's push the left leg away. And open into our side plank. A modified side plank. And then again, lifting that little top leg up. Holding it for a breath or two. And now bringing that knee in, taking hold of the big toe and sending it out. Holding it there. And then releasing that foot and just landing it. Going into a little gate post. So from here we walk up, find our way up. Left hand slides down left leg, right arm comes overhead. And let's take the other way now. So now the left hand comes over, right hand comes to the ground. And back up to centre. Bring yourself down to a little neutral. And now this left foot's going to just slide all the way around and over to the other side of your right foot. And then just take a little look to my foot. And then release it. And come back to neutral. Take a little child's pose. We're going to bring the knees wide, touch the toes together. Press ourselves back into our child's pose and let our forehead press against the ground. Your body take a really big inhale and exhale. And then slowly roll your forehead from side to side. And all those acupressure points, those emotional stress release points, a little bit of a push. And then just hold in the centre for a moment. And lifting up, and find ourselves into a little downward dog. And just walk our dog a moment. And then hold in our still dog. And think about those little alignment points. So roll the triceps so they're pointed downwards. Tilt the tailbone a little bit higher. Press the heels towards the ground. Okay, now let's take a slow walk to the top of the mat. And hang in our rag doll. Just take hold of the elbows, release the head, release the upper body. As much softness in the knees as you want for today, this morning, for now. Let the head nod and bob and roll around. You might like to also sway a little bit. And then just release the arms. So the hands are just hanging or they're on the floor. And take a slow roll up. Find your way to standing. Feeling every vertebrae as it stacks on top of the other one. And then open the heart. And the arms up in a big circle. And let the palms find each other. Looking at the thumb, just let them draw backwards. Take a little back there. And then coming back up. Let them slide down the midline. Come out to the side. And then lift up onto your tiptoes. Oops, Daisy. Don't worry if you wobble. It's fine. Part of the journey. Okay. Oops, Daisy. Let's come down now. Bring the hands together in prayer. Take the arms up. And exhale, take a slow forward fold. Letting everything go here. And then finding the hands to the shins and press them away. Find your halfway lift. And then release that. Bring the hands to the mat. Step your right foot back in a long lunge. Hold your lunge a moment. We're just going to come up onto our fingertips and sink those hips a little bit more. And then plant the hands back down. We'll plant the right hand inside the left foot and let your left arm reach up. And then just take a big circle into the shoulder joint. And then let it come down. Drop your right knee. And lift up into your crescent lunge. Coming back down and find your hamstring stretch. So pull that left leg straight. Lift up onto your fingertips. And then exhale. Fold over that leg. And then release the foot back to the mat. Lift the right leg. And now we're going to find our plank. Release the knees immediately if you're not holding plank today. And now let's everyone release the knees. Wrap the upper arms in. Take the chest down, the chin down. And then take an inhale. Sweep the body forward into your baby cobra. Take the hands away for just a moment. And press them back down. And press up a little bit higher. Just a little bit. And then lift the pelvis so that you're back on your knees. Tuck the toes under. Engage the core. And lift your way back into your downward facing dog. And let the right leg lift up. Three-legged dog. And then bring it underneath. And then take this slow. So come up onto the tiptoes of the left foot. Bring that right knee in as high as you can bring it. And then flex the right foot. You might also want to come onto the fingers of the right hand. A bit more space. And then see about stepping that leg through to the top. And then bringing the left foot up as well. Exhale, forward fold. And coming all the way up. Take another little bit. And hands to heart centre. Oh, hold on a second. I just realised my mic's miles away. So I'm not sure you can hear me. Right. Okay, to the other side. So, hands to prayer. Let's take our arms up on the inhale. And then take an exhale as you come on down. Find that halfway lift on the inhale. And exhale, release, forward fold. Hands come to the mat, step the left foot back as far as you can get it. Then come up onto the fingertips, take your lunge or runner's lunge moment. So just see if those Hips will sink a little bit more. And then plant the left hand inside the right foot and let the right arm lift up. Take that circle with the arm. And then let that come back down again. Release the left knee and lift up into your crescent. Oh, sorry, crescent. And then float the hands back and find your hamstring stretch. Lift up, take an inhale, open the chest, and exhale. Forward fold. Dragging that heel towards you, but not moving it. Pulling the right hip back. And then release it. Lift that left knee again. Hands frame the top foot. And find your plank. Exhale, knee, chest, chin comes to the ground. And inhale into the baby cobra. And then a little bit higher. Into a teenage cobra. And then pressing back onto the knees. Tucking the toes under and lifting yourself back up. And then let the left leg float up to the ceiling. Draw that left knee underneath you. You can come up onto the toes of the right foot. The fingers of the left hand. See about flexing that left foot. And see if you could step it through to the top. And then let the right leg come under as well. And exhale, forward fold. Let's come all the way up. And release. Good. So turning towards me, so we'll do a little tree balance here. So ankle or calf or groin, pick any side. And just think for a moment, just take a moment to find that drishti point, find that single point of focus that you can lightly gaze at. Might be on the floor, might be on the wall ahead of you, something that's not moving. And then find that a little bit more length in the body. Feel yourself grounding into the earth, but also rising into the sky. And then take the arms up and open your branches. And bring them back together and sink those hands down the midline. Interlacing the fingers. Now I'm just going to release the knee wherever it is. Bring it up into your armpit area, right towards the armpit. Give your ankle a roll. And now we're protecting the knee that you're holding with the same hand. Take the opposite hand and just draw that leg and bring it just on top of your, just above the knee, on top of the thigh. And then sink down. You feel a stretch into the glute there. So the more you can kind of sit down, the more you'll feel that stretch. And you can flex this foot to protect this knee. And lifting up. Again, pulling that knee into the side. The side of you. And then opening it out into the side. And bringing it back. And then just releasing it down. Taking the other side. So heel or calf or groin. And then again, find that drishti point. So it's not moving. Get your arms up and overhead. Open your arms. Still lightly gazing at your drishti point, still feeling that grounding in the foot with that rising into the upper body. And bring the palms together, slide them back down the midline. Interlace the fingers and release that knee into your hands. Pressing it up towards the armpit and giving your ankle a rotation. Okay, so now holding that knee again, taking hold of the foot with the opposite hand and just pressing it onto the thigh just above the knee. Flexing the foot on the bent leg and then sitting down a little bit. If you want, you can also bring your hands to prayer, or you can continue holding the knee and foot. See how deeply you can sit. And then releasing it, coming back up, and again bringing that knee back in, and then opening it out to the side. And then let's bring that down again. Lovely. Just step out to a bigger stance now. I'm just going to take a little warrior two here, nothing too drastic. So pick a leg and turn that foot out to 180 degrees away from you, and then sink down to warrior two. Gazing over the fingers, above the bent knee. And then just sinking down into a side angle. Just a gentle side angle here. And then coming back to warrior two. We'll take a little gentle triangle too, so just straighten that leg out a little bit. Reach forward and find your triangle. Feel free to rest on the leg. Like I said, we're taking it a little bit easy today, that's the idea. Okay, come back up. And release the arms. I'm just going to change sides. So just the easiest possible way, just like that. And then sink down. Again, into your warrior two. Hold it there a moment. And then releasing the elbow onto the knee and taking your side angle. And now we're going to windmill back to warrior two. And find a triangle. So straighten that leg, reach forward, and just take it wherever you want to take it today. Okay, and releasing it. Come back to warrior two. Come back up. Bring both feet forward. Pigeon toe the feet. We'll take a little forward fold here, hands to the waist. And just exhale, so rock slowly forward. Release the hands to the mat. Let some softness not come into the knees, so the knees are micro-bent. You're just going to letting your upper body just go. See if you can let your head go. And I know we often really try and get the length in the spine, we try to reach the crown of the head for the ground, but today don't worry so much about that, just kind of release it, a little loose with it, don't worry about how close or not your head is to the ground. And now just walk your hands over to your right foot and gently pull yourself towards that right foot. And release it. Come on over to the other side. And then tumble back into the forward fold. And lifting up into a halfway lift. Just bringing the feet together. And rolling back up to standing. Okay, so you might be at the top of your mat. If you're not, you can find the top of the mat. And we're going to come slowly down onto our bottoms. Take the arms up. And exhale all the way down. And then take a little halfway lift. And release again, forward fold. Hands come to the mat. Step yourself back into your plank. Before we come onto our bottoms, we are going to come onto our stomachs for a moment. So just lower yourself all the way down. Slowly as you can. Uncurl the feet. Lift up again into your little baby cobra. And then find your sphinx. So bring the elbows out and press the elbows into the mat. And then bend the right leg. Take hold of it with the right hand and press it towards your buttocks. Feel that stretch into the quadricep muscle. And then release it. Just let that gently go back to the ground. Right elbow comes under right shoulder. Left knee bends. Take hold of that with the left hand and press that in. And release it. Coming all the way down to the ground, just bring your big toes touching. Bring your arms to the side of the body, palms facing up, and your left ear onto the ground, so you're looking to the right. You can close your eyes. Here. Bring the chin back to centre. Bring the feet back to hip width apart. Take your arms overhead and just lift up into your Superman. You're trying to lift the legs off, with the arms off, with the torso, the chest off. So flying forward and then come into an aeroplane, so bring the arms behind you. And then just release everything back down. The only difference this time is that you're looking to the left, so your right ear is on the ground. But your big toes are touching, your arms are by the side of the body, palms facing up. Coming back to centre with the chin, pressing the arms up, pushing your way up, crossing the ankles, start walking the knees in a little bit, I think, probably, and then sitting back down onto the mat. I'm just going to take a little modified boat, just for a moment. And now we're going to release ourselves down onto our backs. Knees point to the ceiling. Press the hips up. Walk the shoulder blades in. Interlace the fingers if you want to. Come up onto the tiptoes and roll the spine down back to the ground. Pull the knees into the chest. Okay, now the soles of the feet are going to come together. And then just going to land the feet. So the heels are near the groin. Take the arms overhead and just hold your elbows. Breathe in here. And then draw the knees back up. Bring the right leg up and just hold behind the right thigh with your interlaced fingers. Now, I should have said about a strap or something. Now, we're going to take our straight leg out to one side and then we're going to take it over to the other side. If you do, you can take hold of the foot, that's great. If that's a bit not quite available, you can find a tea towel or a strap or something like that. Or you can just bend the leg, hold it and bend it. So see where you go with that. Sorry if we mentioned the strap before. And then when you're ready, just let that right leg slowly come out to the side. And it might not get very far, it might get like here, doesn't matter. Just see where it goes. And then just hold it for a moment. And your left leg, or the leg that you're not holding, you can leave that bent, or you can push that away straight. Find what feels better for you. And breathe into that and hold it. Okay, let's lift this leg back up. And swap sides. So the opposite hand takes hold of the strap or the foot mount. And then just draw it across the body. And again, wherever it gets to is fine. It might not be very far at all. It might be all the way to the ground. I like to have my other arm out at shoulder height. So again, just see what works for you. Kind of really get to a point where it kind of starts falling. That's okay. Today I've got the wall to stop me. A couple more breaths here. And now see how lifting that leg back up. If you need to release it, and to lift it up first, that's okay. And then let it float back down to the ground. Give yourself a long stretch both directions. And bring both knees back in. And let your left leg lift up. Take hold of the left leg behind the thigh. And gently press that towards you. And like I said, the other leg can stay bent up, or it can go straight away. Okay, so now let's open this left leg out to the left. So take the foot or the strap and then draw that out to the side, taking it slowly, feeling your way gently. Just let the gaze stay straight up. Don't be concerned about how far or not the leg is getting to the ground. That's why we don't look at the foot, because it tends to make us want to try and press it further to the ground, and it's really not the object. Okay. So lift that up again, swapping hands. Let the left arm come out to the left at shoulder height and drawing the left leg across the body to the right. And then just hold it where it feels right. And then you might take a couple of breaths and you might want to take it a bit further. Or you might not. It's fine. Just feel into where it is for you today. Approaching it with a curiosity. It's a playful exploration. Leaving the ego to the side. One more breath. Okay, let's lift that leg back up. And then just release it and let it float back down to the mat. And again, give yourself that long stretch. And then pull both knees in. Pull yourself up into a little ball. Roll around. Take a little happy baby, so take hold of the outsides of the feet. And then lift them up so like you're standing on the ceiling, release the head to the ground. And gently press on the soles of the feet. The knees just come a little bit closer to the armpits. Right from side to side. And now just release the feet. Let your arms come to the side of by your side. And then very slowly and with control, just let your feet come down to the ground. And we're finding our Shavasana here. So if you're warm and cozy enough, then you can just stay like this. If you need to go grab some socks or a jumper or a blanket, do that and then find your way back to your Shavasana. And once you're in your Shavasana, just gently close the eyes. And let your body take some long and deep inhales and exhales. And every time you exhale, just imagine you're melting a little bit more into the ground. See what else you can release. A little sweep through your body, a little scan through your body and look for places you're holding tension. And breathe into them and your mind's eye, imagine them melting and releasing that tension. Let that drain into the ground. And your palms are facing the ceiling, fingers are gently curling upwards. No effort in any part of your body. Completely giving yourself over to the support of the earth. Let the earth hold you. So I'm lying there, just going to have a little bit on. Just let your mind wander away. Relaxing your feet, relaxing your legs, relaxing your stomach, relaxing your chest, relaxing your shoulders and your neck and your throat. Relaxing your arms, your hands, your fingers. Relaxing your head. Relaxing your whole body. And just slightly in your mind, I inhale peace and I exhale stress. I inhale love and I exhale fear. I inhale self-acceptance and I exhale self-judgment. So just in your own time now, taking a slightly deeper breath in your last breath. Opening your fingers and toes. And in your own time, finding your way back to seated. And holding your seated meditation for a moment. So that is our practice for this morning. Thanks so much for joining me. We're just going to close our practice by taking our, I do it automatically. I was going to do a different one today, but I started it. Let's rub our palms. Okay, and cup our hands over our eyes. Open our eyes under the palms and bring our hands to heart center. So namaste everyone. Thank you for joining.